However, if someone makes a different choice about whether or not they are vaccinated, that's their right, and this government is going to respect that right. Today, with Omicron, the benefits of the proof of vaccination policy no longer outweigh the costs. This policy most certainly has run its course. So it's time for us to take a step back in living with COVID and to make every effort to get our lives back to normal. It's time for us also to heal the divisions in our communities over vaccination. Those divisions are in our families, they're in our communities, but they are across our province and they're across this nation. It's time for us to come together as families, as friends, as communities, and as a province and as a nation, and it's time for us to reach out and support one another. Let's not judge our neighbor because they may be vaccinated or because they may not be vaccinated. Let's not judge our neighbor if they should choose to wear a mask or not to choose to wear a mask in the weeks ahead. Whenever someone is doing their own personal risk assessment, which we have asked them to do in this province for a period of time now, they're doing that assessment for themselves, possibly for their family, and they may come back with a different decision than what you might arrive at. And that different conclusion, albeit maybe different from where you have landed, should not be judged. It should be respected, and it should be accepted. It's time for each of us as individuals now to make a conscious effort to treat everyone in our daily lives that we encounter equally. It's also time for the proof of vaccination mandate to end. So effective at midnight this Sunday, February the 13th, all provincial proof of vaccination requirements will end. In Saskatchewan businesses, in venues, and provincially regulated workplaces, this means that the proof of vaccination or the negative test option that we had provided will no longer be a provincial requirement. Starting on Valentine's Day, February the 14th, this will be the case. This will leave one remaining COVID measure in place, and that is indoor masking. That measure remains in effect until the end of February. I want to thank all of the businesses and the venues and the workplaces who have shifted course throughout this pandemic to keep their employees and to keep their customers safe.
This is one of the most epic, most heartfelt, genuine, compassionate, or not compassionate, but passionate statements to these fake, phony, fraudulent politicians. Trudeau, Mr. Blackface himself, is calling the convoy of truckers who are protesting white supremacists and all this other stuff. That's the only thing they got at this point, call you white supremacists. But I want y'all to hear what she had to say, because I think this was incredible. And I think that it tells a true vigor and zeal for the people of Canada. And this woman hit the nail on the head. Name is Candice Bergen. I think that's how you say her name. Wrote a film.
Mr. Speaker, all Canadians want to see a leader who will work to heal rifts, not further divide. A leader who will listen, even to those voices he might not agree with. A leader who will work to understand, not dismiss, name call, and gaslight. Contrary to some, there are thousands of passionate, patriotic, and peaceful Canadians on the Hill right now who just want to be heard. Will the Prime Minister extend an olive branch, and will he listen?
Member for Portage-Lisker.
So that guy got up and defended Trudeau and said all this old crazy stuff. And then she came back with a heavy hand.
Of course, we all condemn hateful and destructive acts by a few at any protest. Whether it's beheading the statue of Queen Victoria in Manitoba, tearing down the statue of Sir John A. in Montreal, or putting flags on Terry Fox, whether it's burning churches, whether it's wearing blackface, whether it's Hezbollah flags or Nazi flags, we all condemn it. But I'm not talking about that, Mr. Speaker.
She's going to be their prime minister right there. But I love that. I love that she said that, because they always want to gaslight us with that. They want to say, "Oh, but look at us." No, we all condemn those things. Nobody supports racist people or white supremacists and all this. Nobody. Don't even waste your time trying to act like this is what the argument is. You're gaslighting. This is not the argument. Everybody condemn that. Let her tell you what she's really talking about.
I apologize. That minister is misleading Canadians. I do get very defensive of Canadians who are outside today, patriotic, peace-loving Canadians who are called misogynist and racist by the Prime Minister.
Blackface
So again, I will ask the Prime Minister, who, may I remind this House, wore blackface on more times than he can remember, apologize to the peace-loving, patriotic Canadians who are outside right now just asking to be heard. Will he speak to them?
She just made her run for the Prime Minister.